Yo, what's going on, guys? We're back for Heart of Fire crystal opening. And this is a huge event right here because Kabam is adding not one, not two, not three, but four absolutely insane champs for Battlegrounds. And honestly, across all game modes. But yeah, for my list, I think I've got Nick Fury number 1, Tigra number 2, Fam coming in at number 3, and then iBomb and APOC bringing up the rear. iBomb and APOC are both very, very solid champs. Just for Battlegrounds specifically, I mean, iBomb would be a very situational defensive play to catch them without poison immune, and he's also, he's a little bit better now that Kabam has slightly buffed him by making Inequity not as bad for him. But just for me, I don't think I'm going to be ranking him up just yet. We do get APOC as our first 7-star, just out of the Valiant crystals, which is great. He doesn't need the dupe at all, so that's good there. And honestly, I'm not going to rank him either because he will be just like a synergy champ for if I need a horseman, or the synergy with Sinister is also very good, but Sinister is also being banned in war quite a bit. So really just need one of Nick Fury or Tigra, my top 2, because there is a selector from this event and there is an Awakening gem, and I also have a Nexus Awakening gem that I've saved specifically for this event. So all 4 of those would equate to an Awakened Nick Fury and Tigra, which is all I really care about from this event. Those 2 champs are just phenomenal. Dark Phoenix, I'm not going to rank, even though I'm going to get the top milestone from this. Just because she, to me, feels like a pretty stupid defender. Like, she's not hard to fight in any way. She just requires very specific counters, like Mystic that can do poison damage, so like Diablo, or Hood can reduce her ability accuracy, so can Archangel. And not sure if that's a bug at the moment, but both of those can very, very easily take her. I don't have Hood or Diablo ranked. I do have Shothra, but she's banned quite often. And I'd rather just use Shothra elsewhere. I mean, she can be used for so much. Don't want to save her just for Dark Phoenix. And Mojo can take Dark Phoenix, but I don't have him ranked. I probably should at some point. That guy's pretty cool. But yeah, at this point, I'm just gonna be blacklisting Dark Phoenix. Whenever I see her, she's gonna be gone. And yeah, so picking up these milestones here, we are gonna get the 7-star, 3 7-star crystals from this, and a few more Valiants. And honestly, this event, to me, Kabam didn't do the greatest job here. They did a better job last year, although, let's be real, they made both events way too expensive. This time I did some arena grinding, which is just crazy for me. Like, I'd never ever play arena. But since these champs are so important for high tier Battlegrounds, I just figured I had to. But yeah, last year you were actually able to get all of the featured champs by maxing out the event. This time it's like all RNG. So from these crystals right here, we're starting off with an APOC. That's just a dupe. That is completely worthless. And now I've got 2 crystals to pull either Nick Fury or Tigra. And my heart was pounding. We do get Fam, which is very solid. But I'm not going to rank him because he needs the dupe. And I'm saving for Nick Fury or Tigra. And out of the last 7-star crystal, we actually get Nick Fury. Which, oh, thank God. That just saved the opening. Nick is definitely going to go to rank 4. For me, I feel like I'm very, very comfortable fighting him, able to dex his special 1, able to play around his AI pretty easily. And he's just like a tried and true stall. I mean, Nick, since I can remember, he was my second rank 6. And that was almost 2 years ago at this point. And he never came out of my Battlegrounds deck except for like this season as a 6-star. So now that he's a 7-star, he's definitely going to go back to being top of the game. He's also going to be a dual threat in the 3 to 4 meta because you'll get a 40% Fury when you bleed the opponent, and Nick Fury is going to be doing damage at rank 4. That's going to be crazy. But yeah, mostly he's just a very, very reliable stall, and high tier battlegrounds, that is just invaluable because most of the time players are putting up 50k, 51k even, and Nick Fury is very hard to 50k with anyone. You would need like a high rank Danny, which is I don't even know if she can do that without good crit RNG. She probably can. Have to ask Andy. But I know for a fact that Penny is very slow for high ranked Nick now, because Penny was able to just kind of bully the 6-star before, because she could do special 1, special 2, and then shut off his second life. But now I've already seen that she's falling short on 7-star Nick, and taking at least 75 or so seconds. Then there's Crossbones and Juggernaut, who can both take him very, very quickly. As a 6-star, they nuked him, but now as a rank 4, I'm more inclined to believe that they're going to be 49k around. Maybe if you get an amazing fight, 50k. And that's still fine with me, because that's pretty manageable to still win that round. And then finally there's DPX, but he would take at least 2 fully ramped special 1s as a rank 3 high sig. And I'm actually fairly confident it would be 3 special 1s, because I run points in Coagulate Mastery, so his bleeds are going to be nerfed a lot. So yeah, Nick Fury is my highest priority. And then also Tigra, she's just insane. She's going to get most of my sigs because she cheeses Serpent, she can take Onslaught, she can take Zola and Red Skull and Thing and Sentinel and just all these champs. I mean, it's just kind of ridiculous how good Tigra is, and I don't think that the game really was ready for her yet, because if you know how to use her, then she's just a busted champ. I'm not even that good with her, and I feel like she's already pretty busted. So yeah, Tigra, I'm very, very excited to rank 3. She's also just one of those champs that feels very satisfying after you nuke with her. And I mean, the playstyle becomes a lot easier when she has that access to the damage, where she doesn't really have to do anything crazy. You don't have to rely on the AI being that good when it's really just a couple heavy counters and her special 2 that nukes pretty much anything as a 7-star. And I think that Fam is relieved that Hulkling and CGR didn't get added to the contest, because his defensive value is going to be a lot more now. So 7-star, he's going to be very tanky. And those guys would have just violated him every way possible. And he's also amazing on offense. I really wish that I had duped him from this event. I would have rank 3'd him so fast, but as it is, I have to prioritize Nick and Tigra, and I'm not going to rank unduped Fam, because he gains the, is it 10% cap on damage? I think that's utility at Sig 1, and then of course he decreases duration of incinerates and bleeds with higher Sig, so he's definitely worth investing in with Sig Stones. But yeah, here out of this Nexus, all we're looking for is Mystic or Skill, and we get the Mystic there, which if I hadn't gotten Mystic or Skill, I would have been so sad, because technically that was possible, but we get the Mystic, so that means we throw the Mystic into Tigra and the Heart of Fire Awakening Gem into Nick. And as far as Sig Stones go, I think I'm just going to give most of them to Tigra, see what we can get Nick to. I think he's going to be fine, rank 4, like Sig 40 something. Tigra, I'm going to get to the goated Sig, of course. You just got to do it. You guys already know. And yeah, we're going to finish off this event with good old Nick Fury to rank 4. And yeah, that's all I was looking for from this. The total cost of this expenditure was a bit more than I would have liked. And I did get some donations on YouTube, but it wasn't nearly enough to cover it. So the these champs were very important to get, and that's the only reason why I was spending on them, because I've actually not spent since last Cyber, and I said I wouldn't spend anymore. But yeah, this was pretty important to spend for if you want to stay relevant in BGs. But I will say that Kabam actually made a very important step forward with juicing up the rewards of AW and BGs with the Radiant store. And I say AW because they're actually adding that next season, although the format looks pretty dumb. The rewards are going to be good, at least. So they're starting to make it more possible to just kind of coast your way through competitive events, staying relevant with your roster. But still, I am very certain that 4th of July is going to just bring an influx of rank 4s, which you're going to have to spend at least $1,000 on to max out. And it's just crazy how many events that they're pumping into the system. Every single month it seems there's a new one. So I don't know how much longer I'll be able to keep up. And it's really sad too, because I mean, my experience is it just pales in comparison to the actual free-to-play players that are literally just getting dunked on after this event. Like, they cannot compete with the champions that Kabam's keeping locked behind a paywall after this event, and just keeping the most overpowered champs behind a paywall doesn't seem like the best thing for the competitive scene. In my opinion, was that they should have made a tournament system where all champs are accessible to any player at the highest rank, and just like see who the best players are in that kind of tournament setting. Instead, Kabam decided to make Battlegrounds more of a grind fest and more of a paywall. And you just think about someone like me that doesn't even have all the champs. I don't have Jean Grey, I don't have Bastion, I don't have Spider-Woman, I don't have what's the new girl's name? Oh yeah, Yelena. And like, I've spent a fair bit. I had to spend a few hundred on both spring cleaning and this event, and I still don't have everyone. So like, what other mobile game can you think of where you have to spend like thousands of dollars, thousands every few months? Like, bro, if you miss one spending event, like, you're suddenly getting cooked. Like, you're getting out rostered left and right by people that get like an Odin for a rank 4. That's my guess for July 4th, by the way. You got to play more matches because now matching is infinite, and points are going insane this season with the new format. And yeah, just beefy rosters, insane amount of time that you got to commit. Oh yeah, it's a big sacrifice for a lot of people. And Radiance was a W update, but you got to do more than just one thing in a sea of bad things. So, and yeah, speaking of a champ that's locked behind a paywall, this is like my favorite champ in the game right here, Weapon X, and I wish that everyone was able to use him because this guy is literally so much fun. But yeah, currently we are C2, and I don't know how long that's going to last. I'm feeling pretty good this meta, but 3 to 4 obviously is what matters. I'm excited to do a stream about the best champs because I've already kind of figured out by doing some friendlies in the off season who's going to be pretty relevant in weeks 3 to 4, so we're going to be streaming that, and I hope you guys will all tune in. But yeah, thanks for watching this opening. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this event and the state of the game. Has it become way too much of a paywall? Was it always like this? Is the competitive mode way too grindy now and unrealistic? And did Kabam kind of ruin the balance that we had for a little while where the decks kind of evened out and you saw some free-to-play players at the top? But yeah, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Hope you guys have a good one, and I will see you next time. Peace.